My name is Miriam Kambalawa, a student of Upper Institute of Technology with an ID number of ADS13a00098y. My career path when I grew up in future is to be a web designer, which I discovered about two people which are more successful in the world that we are in, the global world that we are right now, in this same field of as a web designer. Two successful web designers. The first person, Mark Atkinson, runs a design studio in Dubai, South Africa. He is a web designer and branding expert of small business and entrepreneurs. Mark chose this career path because every person wants to take advantage of the internet and glorious opportunities that the person that presents us with. Unfortunately, what this means is that too many people are branding themselves as a web designer because there are no barriers to entry into the web design. This results to a saturated market. At the age of 15 years old, a pale, thin-faced teenager who believes he can accomplish anything, Mark Atkinson. He has no prior web design experience, but is confident enough that his premier skills in Space Invaders could translate into a great-looking website. The obstacles he faced, it took him a number of years and one sudden realization before we could ever succeed in an industry where practically everybody was better and more established than us. A few years back, after starting SAIT, we sat back and downed on us that we really weren't making an impact on the market whatsoever. Our websites were more mediocre. If I hadn't given up after our first attempt at a website, I definitely wasn't going to throw in the towel now. This prompted me to take a long hard look at what we were doing and why we weren't doing good at all. Things we found successful web designer agencies were doing around the world that we weren't doing. 1. Stay up to date with technologies and trends. 2. Differentiate yourself from the crowd. This is the most important part I have totally focused on. Having the lowest price, having the highest quality product, excelling in areas where others aren't excelling, targeting a specific niche exclusive, offering anything unique and more standard with quality. Under promise and over belief. This is important. I have learned more over time since we reinvented our design and school business model. Once we were actually bringing the incline, the concept of under promise and over delivering became a lesson that has served me well every day when dealing with those clients. The three important lessons which I'm going to give to web designers who are actually going to be beginners in this career. Always keep learning. Don't rest on your laurels. S2. Establish a USP. Be different from your competitors. 3. Under promise, over deliver. Always exceed your expectations. These things can be done without spending a single additional penny. Sometimes all it takes for is to be successful is for a person to swallow his or her pride and improve in what he or she has to offer. My reference: www.sitepoint.com. How I become a web designer and why I was successful full in it now. My second person, Ram Madidi. A dedicated ago, I started a web design company. We grew. After 10 years of hard work, I finally was able to get rid of it. Little by little, however, the years were a way of my soul. This year, we finally left it behind and moved on our procedures, and I have never been happier. Web design isn't as bad at all. Web design is not with benefits. It is not without its benefits. Clients work endlessly. The very you are always learning new things. It is ludicrous. Every industry to enter to, I started skills fresh out at university without no computer. And though it was hard from start, we were able to double in size every year. Unfortunately, not forever. Your case is sealed. When you take on creative work for a client, they own a share of your time. I used to think I was an entrepreneur running a web design company, but reality was far from entrepreneurial. Clients were my bosses. We were at the mercy of their whim. Most web work constantly just to keep their clients happy, because unhappy clients don't pay their bills. I've tried a number of clients, the things which I faced. But you can't fire everyone you disagree with. At times, to pay the bills, you will probably take on work you suspect you shouldn't, and deal with people you wish you wouldn't. But eventually, consistent grows things. Not a great business. It's not easy to make a lot of money in web design. It is decent, suspense, but a poor investment. You can't really differentiate yourself from starters. I mean, you will think you can, but in reality, you will always be one, a globalization, companies in a global market space. We could have moved or expand, but this makes economic sense for us. What did we do? At least 5 years, I knew I did need to leave web design behind. Eventually, 4 years ago, we started split speed into web design division and software division, and gave us a separate band. We had our first product, originally called Site Score. This mistake I made continued to feed the design monster. How we do it, and advice I'm going to give to beginners. I have to come up with a plan. Cunning, you could stick a tail on it and call it a vaccine, black back adder. I am not quite so reckless as you might think, but we had software products that was doing fairly well, but not